President Trump and congressional Republicans continue to say the GOP tax plan they passed last month will be a shot in the arm to middle-class Americans. Really, for the average family of four, that means about $1,600 a year. We're talking about cops, firefighters, teachers, and reporters like Erica Jackson. Erica.
Law enforcement and educators keep us safe while improving the future of the next generation. But some worry they won't be able to continue working in their meaningful positions because they can't afford to survive off their salaries.
I came here from Europe for the American dream, and I live a daily nightmare trying to figure out how am I going to pay my bills.
For Joanna Bosak, the goal is simple: work hard, provide for her son, and live every day to the fullest. But reaching that goal is not so easy. Her single income falls just above the federal poverty line for a family of two.
How am I going to just even make it day by day? Buy food and gas? You just don't know. That's what's scary. You just don't.
She says that makes living in Sarasota nearly impossible. The rent for her two-bedroom apartment is set to increase 9% in March, but her hourly wage only went up 2% in 2017.
The raise is not what it should be because it's not even close to what the cost of living is here. We're not making it. We're struggling.
Right now, she works as an administrative assistant at Suncoast Technical College, but is working toward her teaching certification so she can make more money. She still worries she won't be able to support her family on a teacher's salary and is planning to get a second job.
It's going to make me a little bit more money, but it's not going to be sufficient enough to even own a home.
What about claims the new GOP tax plan will be a shot in the arm to middle and working class Americans like Bosak? Just last month, President Trump signed the GOP tax plan he claims will have a positive impact on millions of Americans. It includes tax breaks for the wealthy and cuts for corporations, but experts say it will have limited benefits for the middle class. House Speaker Paul Ryan thinks it's great for the entire economy.
Already, this new law is helping to improve the lives of middle-income families across the country.
Most of the houses are beyond a lot of people's reach.
The blue-collar family struggle isn't a new sight for real estate agent Wendy Ross. She says it started in Sarasota around the Great Recession about 10 years ago. But now local families are stuck in this pattern with no escape.
Land is so expensive here. And then to build to hurricane codes, that's another expense that's added. So buying a first-time house is going to possibly be out of the reach of some.
And that problem has a lasting effect on educators and law enforcement officers. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics found the median hourly wage for sheriffs and police patrol officers in Florida is about $27.50 per hour, which still falls below the national average of $30. Elementary school teachers are dealing with an even bigger struggle, making about $47,000 a year, about $8,000 less than the country's average.
And it's important for us to be compensated. We are teaching their kids, their grandkids, and it's not something that we can live off of either.
To attract quality talent, you're going to have to come up with a wage, and I don't think as a community we're ready to address that yet.
Former Sarasota Mayor Shannon Snyder saw his colleagues face similar challenges when he was a sheriff's deputy in the county. U.S. News and World Report ranks Sarasota as the 21st best place to live in the country, but found housing costs are 9% above the national average, with workers making 8% less than the country's average annual salary.
We really don't have an affordability problem. We have a wage problem, and simply we're not paying our employees enough money for them to be able to live in Sarasota.
I believe that the government here and the builders here are going to work together to find a solution.
But in the meantime, Ross says aspiring homeowners can apply for a U.S. Federal Housing Administration mortgage loan, which only requires 3.5% down payment. She recommends saving as much as possible for a down payment and suspects Sarasota will see more affordable housing built in the area in the near future.
If you can have the American dream of a house, it is a reality for us to be able to see wealth building with our own home.
I think as a community we're going to have the discussion and basically take a good look at what the real cost of housing is and take a look at real cost of how the wages relate to that housing cost.
The near future is not soon enough, which is why Snyder sees more law enforcement officers working in Manatee County, where he says wages are higher. Bosak prefers to stay in Sarasota, where she chooses to see the glass half full for the sake of her family.
I am thankful I have a job. It's just the job that I have. I don't know if I can even afford to live off what I make.
The solution for employees may mean consolidating different jobs and companies. The city of Sarasota consolidated its fire department with the county in 1996, and the same with stormwater management. If that happens with any other department, it could mean limiting bureaucracy and management, and those savings could be put toward the wages of other employees.
Erica, thank you.